A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Well, very warm welcome to the 7th episode of our APAC Summit, and the very first one in person since November 2019. This is the first time we're doing it in person and in hybrid, so for those of you online, hello. The camera is over there, right? My name is Wayne. I'm going to be your MC for the next 2 days, and I lead the Plug and Play team in Singapore and drive our investments in the Southeast Asia region. Over the next 2 days, we have 6 segments of content, starting from the Global Innovation Alliance program in the morning, this morning, and then in the afternoon we have financial services as well as our GK Plug and Play Indonesia program. On day 2, we will kick off with our sustainability segment, followed by smart cities after the lunch, as well as food and agri-tech. A couple of housekeeping items to kick off and be out of the way. So for the next 2 days, for those of you attending in person, please keep your phones in silent mode. I don't know when was the last time I ever said that. Right? And for those of you who are in person as well, if you're not eating, drinking, or on stage like me, please keep your masks on. Everyone looking for Wi-Fi, please connect to the Marina Bay Sands Wi-Fi on your phone or your laptops. I think you get free access. For toilets, the 2 toilets are outside on your left and right diagonally, but I believe the one on the right is much bigger, right? So during the breaks, if you are rushing and not queuing, don't want to queue up for toilet cubicles, please go to the one on the right, right? For networking, we have 2 days of networking in the evening, and these are only for pre-registered corporate and investor attendees only, right? So if you are not pre-registered, unfortunately, we cannot open up access for you because we are already at maximum capacity in terms of registration in our location at Raffles Place. Please, for those of you who are joining us for networking, please bring along your passes or your name tags. And for those of you who are joining us tomorrow again as well, please bring along your name tags as well. We will not be printing additional name tags for you. Right. For the sake of networking, we do have some color coding on the name tags. Let me just check. The blue ones, the light blue ones are for the plug and play folks. The pink ones, or the purple ones, are for the startups. The green ones are for investors and community partners, and the dark blue ones are for corporates and government attendees. Okay? On the screen, you'll see a QR code. If you would like to kind of scan that, that brings you to our e-booklet. And this e-booklet includes more details about plug-and-play activities, as well as some details about the startups that will be pitching over the next 2 days. And for polling, okay, so for those of you who have joined us over the last 2 years on Zoom for our APAC Summits, you'll be familiar that after each startup pitch, a Zoom window will pop up asking whether you would like to connect to the startups. So today we have that for those online as well, but those that are in person, we have a physical polling sheet for you to indicate whether you would like to connect to the startups, whether they're here or not. And then please drop the polling sheets in a box at the registration counter when you leave. We will make sure to introduce you to the startups who are pitching in the next 2 days. All right. Last thing, we do have lunch buffets catered for our attendees in person for today and tomorrow. And then during the afternoon breaks, we have coffee and tea as well. All right. I think, is everyone ready to start? Great. So to give us a quick welcome address, can we invite Jojo Flores, co-founder Plug and Play, to welcome everyone. Jojo, please.
Thanks, Wayne. Good morning, everybody. I wish I could see all of your faces. You still have your masks on, but maybe later when we have our lunch. Again, for all of those joining us today, pleasant good morning. And for those virtually, I think we have like a couple of thousand, close to 3,000, I was told. Welcome, and I hope you guys are all feeling well. Yeah, my name is Jojo Flores, and it's been 3 years, since we've had our face-to-face summit here in Singapore, and we're all really excited to spend the next 2 days with all of you. Dealing with this pandemic, hasn't been easy for most of us. I know personally the power of resilience of our community has been really displayed during these last 2 years, though. The spirit of entrepreneurship and innovation lives on, and we will continue to face challenges ahead, helping those who solved real global problems to make our world a better place to live in. Next slide, please. I started Plug and Play 15 years ago, so we celebrated our 15th year last year. To be honest, never in my wildest dreams did I imagine how we would become today. In true entrepreneurial fashion, we just kept our ears to the ground and our eyes focused on the horizon. We realized that, like most of founders, like-minded people, they needed to have a physical space together, and we created that space for them in Silicon Valley. We saw that they needed investors, so we organized the largest community of investors and VCs, which we still co-invest to today. And we understood the value of making connections with large corporations. So we created a program or programs to accelerate these commercialization of ideas and technologies. I'm truly excited for the next 15 years in the chapter for us in the communities that we serve worldwide. And my message to all of you this morning is to let us know how we can continue to build value in your own businesses. The only power of this platform is how much collaboration we create together. Next slide, please. There. As you can see, we continue to grow our portfolio of investments by about 200 companies or investments per year. So we now have more than 1,800 companies in our portfolio. Allow me please to boast a little bit here, not because I want you guys to think that we're smarter than everybody else, but really to show what a powerful, open, collaborative platform can contribute to startups. To date, we have been able to identify over 30 unicorns, 14 of which we realized last year alone. We believe that the ecosystem of co-investors and corporate clients that we are able to provide the startups accelerate this whole process. Next slide, please. As well, we continue to grow our footprint worldwide. We opened 10 new offices last year, and our presence is now in 40 locations in 20 countries in 5 continents. This growth will remain to be an integral part of our initiatives as we carry on with searching the best startups in all corners of the world. Complementing our reach, we have also launched new activities to serve the increasing interests of our corporate and government partners worldwide. Over the last 2 years, we have launched new industry verticals like the maritime industry vertical, which we started in Antwerp. We have introduced also 10 new custom acceleration programs to fit the needs of our corporate clients, including one with Capital Land here in Singapore, and the Facebook or Meta Business Solutions Accelerator, which we started here in Singapore but has now expanded into the United States. Finally, we added a couple more industry funds in the US. We now have also one in Japan, and pretty soon, hopefully this year, we will launch one in Southeast Asia as well. For my last slide, let me please share with all of you a summary of our milestones we've had last year. As you can see, we've tried to keep ourselves busy. Despite all of the challenges we've faced in these last 2 years, Plug and Play has consciously decided and acted to move forward. More than any time, we all need to promote innovation and keep the fire of entrepreneurial spirit burning. Thank you again for spending these next 2 days with us. It's truly wonderful to see all of your faces again. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Jojo. Next up, to give you some updates about what's happening within the APAC region, we have Jupe, Managing Partner for Plug and Play APAC, to share some notes. Jupe, please.
Hi. Ooh, that was too loud. Good morning, everyone. Very warm welcome to all of you joining us here physically in Singapore. It's great to see all of you in person. And to all of you online as well, thank you for joining us. We hope to see you in person soon somewhere around the world. I will try to keep my remarks short. How do I follow after Jojo, right? We have quite a bit of program to get through over today and tomorrow. We are here to meet the startups, to meet fellow investors, corporations and corporate partners as well. So we do hope you'll enjoy the next today and tomorrow. So with that, let me give you a quick update of our activities in Asia Pacific. So before I dive deep into details, let's just share about the core activities that Plug and Play does. So there are we like to say three core pillars to our activities around the world, and that revolves around startups, investors, corporations, the stakeholders in the innovation ecosystem, if you will. So first of all, we run accelerator programs worldwide. I think at our last count, we are running 80 plus per year. We power corporate innovation activities for Fortune 1000 companies. So at last count, we are working with around 550 or so MNCs, conglomerates, corporations. Many of you are here joining us here today. Last but not least, we are early stage investors. So over time, as Jojo mentioned, we've invested in 1,800 plus startups, and we're averaging about 200 startups that we are investing in globally per year. As Jojo mentioned, we launched 10 new locations last year, which brings our footprint to roughly around 45 cities. I like to joke that every time I turn around, we are launching in a new city, so we almost cannot keep track or keep up. When Jojo hired me in 2008, we were less than 20 people, and he said to me, "Jupe, come join us. We are Silicon Valley in a box." Literally, right? This big building in Sunnyvale, in Silicon Valley. And I think none of us would have imagined what scale we have accomplished today. We are now almost 650 people worldwide. We are constantly sourcing for startups, looking out for good innovation. We believe that good ideas come from anywhere around the world. So we hope to empower the entrepreneur's journey wherever they may be from. So across the globe, there are about 20 plus themes or verticals that we work in. And that ranges from broader themes like sustainability or financial services to more detailed specific subjects like food and agri-tech, where we even work in animal husbandry, for example. So all of these verticals or themes are represented at HQ in Silicon Valley, but outside of Silicon Valley, we like to say, or at least I like to say, that we localize or regionalize based on demand and supply. What do I mean by that? There would be demand from the corporations that we work with, the investors that we co-invest with, and the supply of the local, regional, and international startups that we bring in to those innovation platforms. In APAC, so Singapore serves as our regional HQ. Not a lot of people know, but I guess I've been telling this story for a long time. I joined, after 2-3 years after I joined, Saeed, our CEO, said, Jupe, we are only investing in the US. Where should we go to look at more opportunities? And I said, Saeed, let's go to Singapore. So in 2010, we launched our first international office, which was in Singapore. The first few years, it really served as a regional investment holding office. We made a handful of investments, and it was only in from about 2015-16 that we really ramped up our activities to where we are today. So today, we have 50 plus team members across Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand, and the Philippines. Pre-pandemic, we were looking to expand into more countries in the region as well. So we hope that now that travel has restarted, we will go full speed ahead to continue our expansion in the region. As you can see, there are about maybe 10 plus themes or verticals that are represented for us in the region. We have flagship programs like financial services out of here, smart cities out of Thailand, sustainability, food and agri-tech that I mentioned that we are starting in the region. And of course, we work with a lot of our partners on specialized projects, such as with Meta, with the Alliance to End Plastic Waste, with the Singapore government to bring Singapore startups overseas, and also our most recent partnership with Capital Land, running the Sustainability X Challenge. We look forward to continuing our growth, and we want to thank you all for the support. Lastly, so just a quick snapshot, I think despite the pandemic, we still did a lot of things. I think within 6 months, we virtualized 90% of our activities. So from the deal flows that we are conducting between corporations and startups to investor workshops to all of our programs and activities. So we thank you all for your support. So with that, I will hand over the time. I thank you again all for coming, and we hope to speak with as many of you as possible. And we look forward to a great 2 days. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jupe. Next up, we have Sean to give some announcements on some of the newer partners that we have started working with us over the past 6 months. Sean is the EVP and Head of Corporate Innovation for Plug and Play APAC. Can we give Sean a round of applause, please?
Thank you, guys. Listen, I'm so delighted to see everybody in 3D rather than 2D. I don't know. I just think this is, again, that's what it was supposed to be from the beginning. I just came from Silicon Valley. Sorry for you guys, I have a lack of energy, a 16-hour flight. I didn't sleep more than 3 hours. So if I'm not excited right now, I don't know when I can be. But I'm glad to be here. It's super exciting to be part of this great, change and shift in terms of our events in person again. So, what I want to share with you guys is about the corporate innovation strategies and priorities, how it's impacting every day in the front and center of every corporations that they should be looking at, and how we can be a kind of instrument of change for those corporations. Many companies, growth organically and growth business, it becomes a challenge, but you need to be able to connect with the partners who have the abilities to have implemented these strategies. So this is one of the most key elements of the corporates in terms of organic growth. But you have to outsource some of it because many companies don't have that built into their DNA. Line of sight into the global innovation ecosystem is something that is so critical these days to basically see what's coming down the pipe, how is going to be shifting the ecosystem of yours, or maybe something that is parallel to your interest. This is very critical also as far as the line of sight into the future, maybe 3 years, maybe 3 months to 6 months from now. Transformation, commercial operating models, acceleration, and M&A is part of this horizontal support for organizations that basically enabling to bring in all the right key stakeholders in different groups. Geographical expansion. Many of our companies think about local and localization and in the countries that they're operating, but nowadays it's so critical to see what you can do outside of the realms of the area that you're operating. How you can expand, using the vehicle to be able to grow, creating a new S-curve. Develop a new next generation of leaders. This is a very challenging times right now, outsource-wise, and resources becoming so hard to come by. Leadership basically have been doing what they've been doing for a number of years. So now is time for them to see what shall we do to make a difference in terms of the future of a company. And that kind of things has to be taught by companies and organizations who are doing it currently, and how you can adopt those. Our plug-and-play ecosystem has been a kind of instrumental in helping this, as my colleagues have mentioned, we are working with over 550 corporations globally. So what we do, we are an interface between connecting the best innovative and disruptive startup companies to our corporate partners. And the Florida startup ecosystem is something which is like a speedboats versus a lot of these big tankers that our corporates are basically going very slow, but the startups are moving much faster. So you need to adopt that change quickly. Creating a corporate values, the best startups that directly address the challenges that you're facing right now, how you can implement it, doing a pilot projects and move quickly into the commercializations. Transforming the culture is something that is really critical for many companies in terms of the resources that they have trained and the people who have invested in R&D and so forth. But nowadays, the culture comes completely different from outside of innovations. I mean, that has to be taught and should be connecting with the companies who can get those mentorships, that learning quickly within the organizations. I think this is basically what I wanted to talk about right now in terms of a cultural of corporations. But let me move into the new partners. Super excited that we have few new additions to our family of corporations. RightShip is the world's largest ESG-focused maritime digital platform, providing expertise in global safety, sustainability, and social responsibility practice. I welcome them to our ecosystem. Thank you very much. Is anybody from RightShip here? Yes? No? Virtually. Hello, guys. Thank you very much, guys. Welcome. Round of applause. SK EcoPlant is basically no need to just mention about SK. SK is the largest conglomerate out of South Korea, but their EcoPlant was founded in 1977, formerly known as SK Engineering and Constructions. Now they have established a new identity as an eco-friendly company and possesses the position of the smart green sector, so focusing on that. And that's where we can provide the sustainability and where all the shift is happening within this ecosystem of ours. Welcome, SK Ecosystem Plan. DelightTex is the independent research and venture creation unit of Japanese conglomerate, really focusing on consumer goods that is mandate basically health and well-being. They are working on a natural products and feeling relaxed, euphoric, happy, playful, and loving and energizing. Health part of the innovations is a big area, health areas we're focusing on to show all these changes happening from startup ecosystem. And I welcome them to our ecosystem as well. DelightTex. Thank you. Last but not the least, we have many more to bring in, but this time for these few companies, Clayton is the bridge that connects the Web 2 to Web 3. And of course, it's a public blockchain focused on metaverse, GameFi, and creating new economies. The shifts from going towards the crypto and Web 3 is phenomenal. We have launched multiple focus areas in our headquarters in Silicon Valley and now in Asia Pacific. We're seeing there's going to be a lot more expansion in that areas. We welcome Clayton to our ecosystem. Thank you, guys. Round of applause. Again, thank you for being here. Looking forward to talk to you guys individually and virtually, eventually in person. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Sean. And welcome to our partners. Next up, before we start our GIA segment, we have a very short testimony video that the team has done up for you. So please enjoy the very short video.
Hi, my name is Jupe. I'm the managing partner for Plug and Play in Asia Pacific.
Hi, my name is Karina.
I'm Jaelun.
Hi, my name is Patricia.
My name is Wayne.
We are the world's largest open innovation platform. A truly open innovation platform like ours is built on several layers. We connect all the stakeholders in the innovation ecosystem, such as corporations with their aggregated technology and interest areas, startups with ever-evolving solutions that they provide, investors with their funding for high-potential startups, industry mentors with their domain knowledge, as well as governments that are working to support market access, as well as other programs and opportunities. Our APAC regional HQ is right here in Singapore, and not that many people know that this was our first international office launch in 2010. We have grown from a couple of team members to more than 50 across 4 cities in the region. We have invested in over 60 startups, and we have worked with several thousand over the years.
The experience of being part of the team building the world's largest innovation platform has been nothing but exhilarating.
It's exciting. I started my journey with Plug and Play in the year 2015. Fast forwarding 5 to 6 years later, the startups I worked closely with years ago are currently at different stages of their startup life.
Over the last 3 to 4 years, our ecosystem has grown tremendously. We have worked with more partners and invested in more startups every year, meaning there's a lot more resulting success stories and case studies.
Being one of the first 5 to 6 employees gave me the ability to see the company grow from 200 to 500 employees globally.
We have not just grown in size, but also increased our portfolio of investments to 50 plus in the region, and we're hopeful for a unicorn to be born soon.
My name is Adrit. I'm the CEO and co-founder at Symbol.
Hello, my name is Sulan and I'm from Grown Up AI.
I'm Kush, the CEO and founder of WaveScan.
Plug and Play has been super cool, right? So fantastic in a nutshell. Fundamentally, it gives you a great platform to meet seriously like-minded folks, people from the industry, people from the startup world, people from the investor world.
The program was well planned, well structured, and we had a good mentor assigned to us.
Plug and Play has a very mature ecosystem that spans across globe, and almost everyone in the industry knows them.
The Plug and Play investor network is also very vast, and we've had more than 10 introductions from there.
For us, we saw some outcomes. You know, we were fortunate to partner with one of the largest insurers in the world, where we've enabled their agency distribution platform in a market like Indonesia, and their affinity distribution platform in a market like Malaysia. So yeah, a win.
At Plug and Play, we work with corporates across all stages of innovation readiness scale. For each corporation, we will work with them to identify their success metrics and work with them to build towards a strategy to achieving those outcomes that they're looking for.
My name is Nicholas Kolish. I'm the Vice President of Projects at the Alliance to End Plastic Waste.
My name is Max Pora, and I'm the Head of Asia Pacific at Technician.
Plug and Play has been actually a key partner for us over actually since the inception of the Alliance. I've been able to identify literally hundreds of startups from around the world. The relationship has spanned effectively North America with the start in Silicon Valley, into Europe with the work in Paris, here in Singapore, and then this year expanding into Shanghai, Sao Paulo, and Johannesburg in South Africa. So we've been able to actually take a global challenge and find global solutions through the network of startups that have actually come to us through Plug and Play. So it's been an actual fantastic journey together.
Working with Plug and Play, not only on this summit, but the previous one was very relevant. It allowed us to have access to some corporations, to some investors, and some really interesting partners that allow our companies to de-risk their entry into the markets and have an anchor point that is not only Technician, but a great platform like Plug and Play.
I think the key is actually to just do it.
I'll say failing fast. The faster you fail, the faster you succeed.
It's important for startups to be hungry and approach every opportunity with an open mind.
First and foremost, I'd say have fun. Right? I think I'm a firm believer that whatever you're doing, whatever you're building, most importantly, whatever you're solving, right? You've got to believe in. There's a purpose behind it.
You need to think out of the box, keep in touch with the dynamic nature of the industry.
Be prepared to work hard. It may look good from the outside, but it takes a lot of hard work, a lot of time and effort to build a good startup and to succeed in this ecosystem.
It's really about, hey, just do it now.
Thank you very much. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I think I may be delusional, but I think I sound and look better in person, right? So to kickstart our GIA segment, we have Karina Goh, who is the Senior Director for Programs and Operations at Plug and Play APAC. And she'll be giving us an update and an introduction to what we're working with Enterprise Singapore under the GIA Manila and Jakarta segments. Karina, please.
Hi, thank you, Wayne. Hi, everyone. My name is Karina. I'm the Senior Director of Programs for Plug and Play here in Asia Pacific. I also look after strategic partnerships here in the region that includes Enterprise Singapore and the Meta account. So quick shout out to the supportive folks from Meta and Enterprise Singapore that are joining us here today at Marina Bay Sands. Enterprise Singapore partnered with Plug and Play in Manila and Jakarta to run the Global Innovation Alliance Program, or GIA, to connect startup companies to overseas business and tech communities for potential business opportunities. The GIA program started in 2020 in Jakarta, where we brought Singapore-based startups into Indonesia. Since then, we have ran 5 accelerator batches, 4 tech showcases, and worked with a total of 82 startups for the GIA Indonesia program. Similarly, in Manila, we started the GIA Manila program early last year, and we have since ran 3 accelerator batches, 2 tech showcases, and worked with a total of 49 startups that are looking to enter into the Philippines market. The past 2 to 3 years have been an exciting journey for Plug and Play, with a total of 131 startups that went through the GIA program in Manila and Jakarta, where the startup receives mentorship, networking opportunities, as well as government support to help grow their overseas network for potential business opportunities. I'm excited to share that we have a total of 22 successful case studies, of which some are still currently ongoing. I'd like to highlight 2 case studies. The first one from the Manila program between FDev, a corporate-led venture builder in the Philippines, and PhilPass, a tamper-proof technology solution provider. As the world returns to normal, shifting to a hybrid workplace arrangement presented a need for a trusted and secure identification system for its employees. FDev partners with PhilPass to enable digitized identification for FDev 200+ virtual employees. The second case study that I'd like to highlight is the GIA Jakarta program. This is a partnership between Coca-Cola Bottlers Japan and Ninja OS to provide a B2B ordering solution with loyalty and engagement features. We do have more case studies that are currently in the works and will be announcing it at the later part of this year. If you are a startup looking to enter into Indonesia or the Philippines market, or if you are a corporate or investor that would like to meet any of our portfolio startups, do drop us, any one of us, a note from Plug and Play. Once again, my name is Karina. Thank you for joining us today at our summit, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. With that, I'd like to invite our next speaker, Mr. Chew Hui Yong, Director of Southeast Asia from Enterprise Singapore, to share with us a keynote on transforming Southeast Asia with regional partnerships and innovation. Mr. Chew, please.
Big thank you to Jojo, to Jupe, as well as Sean and colleagues and friends from Plug and Play and the ecosystem to invite me here. It's a great privilege for me to be invited to the Plug and Play Asia-Pac Summit to open the Global Innovation Alliance Expo session in person. Truly, nothing compares to the energy and engagement of physical event, and I thank everyone for joining us here today. Congratulations to the company participating in this session. Over the past 3 weeks, these companies have been immersed in the Jakarta and Manila market acceleration programs run by our partner, Plug and Play, to learn, form networks, sharpen their market entry and internationalization plans. With the reopening of borders, the companies also went through an intensive but very fulfilling week with mentors and potential partners in both cities. The showcase today marks the end of the market acceleration program, but surely is just a start of their exciting journey ahead. Southeast Asia is a fast-growing market with great potential. With a large consumer market, rapid urbanization and growing manufacturing activities, Southeast Asia presents many opportunities. The pandemic has further accelerated digital transformation and sustainability plans amongst governments and corporates across the region. And everyone knows that innovation is the key to make all this happen. In fact, many corporates have already used innovation to transform their businesses, capture new opportunities, and build business resilience. Some have done so organically, but many have leveraged partnerships with startups and innovation solution providers. For example, PT Prasama, an Indonesian corporate specializing in immersive education solutions, collaborated with APAC Technologies, a Singapore company with solutions to structure and digitalize learning and development. Through this partnership, APAC Prasama was established in Indonesia, offering a complete digital learning ecosystem and immersive pedagogical solution to meet the evolving needs of Indonesian corporates. Philippine corporate, another example I wanted to share was Field Invest, Field Dev, but already shared by our friends here in Plug and Play. So I'll skip this. But just to reiterate that moving into the new normal, the Philippines, this solution has really enabled Field Invest to fully enable working from anywhere, which is an increasing value proposition, increasingly attractive value proposition to talents. We are seeing more interest in such successful innovation partnerships. They have helped bring corporates to greater heights. Enterprise Singapore and our partners are ready to journey with corporates on this rewarding road through curated planning and facilitations. Allow me to share more details. Enterprise Singapore established our GIA in 2017 to connect Singapore to innovative ecosystems around the world. We now have established 15 nodes worldwide, and the GIA is bringing stakeholders like yourself together with Singapore companies, accelerating innovation partnerships and cultivating win-win collaborations for new growth. Our program partners offer a wide variety of programs to help Singapore companies connect to international ecosystem. In fact, Plug and Play was a multiplier who successfully matchmade many of these success stories, and we only managed to share just a few today. With Plug and Play's strong networks to corporates, its GIA programs have enabled a total of 20 over collaborations in Indonesia and the Philippines. Plug and Play will be organizing more runs of GIA program in these two markets, and we encourage corporates to tap on them for new solutions, and we encourage Singapore companies to join and leverage Plug and Play's networks and expertise for new partnership opportunities. Corporate ready for open innovation can partner with Enterprise Singapore. We can work with you to prepare problem statements, tap on open innovation platforms to source for solutions globally, and conduct pilots followed by business adoption. For corporates that prefer closer format, we can also customize the approach. Finally, corporate startups and investors can also tap on the Singapore Week of Innovation and Technology, Switch, to find new partners. And you are very familiar with Switch by now. So this year, Enterprise Singapore designed Switch to be a year-long innovation platform, building up to a physical flagship conference from 25th to 28th October at Resorts World Sentosa. Enterprise Singapore's premium startup pitching competition, Slingshot, is also running this year. So interested startup, please submit applications by 24th of July. Also, the Slingshot Corporate Mixer will give corporates exclusive access to our pool of top 250 global startups. So please reach out to Enterprise Singapore team for more information. So before I go, I'd like to reiterate my true appreciation to Jojo, the Plug and Play for our close partnership, including GIA Jakarta and Manila programs, helping many Singapore companies to innovate, internationalize, and grow through win-win partnerships. And we want to foster more partnerships with GIA through open innovation, through Switch, and with you. So dear friends, once again, thank you very much, and I wish you all a very fruitful session, and all the best for startups pitching later on. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Wee Hong. Wow, it's great to be back on stage after a while. All right, with that, let's kick off the startup pitches. Oops. Okay, here we go. I hope you guys are all excited as I am. So to for those of you online and those of you here, a very good morning to everyone. My name is Sheha, and I'm Program Manager for the GIA Manila program. So yeah, before we get started, a little reminder that everyone will be doing a polling session after every startup pitch. So this is for you to indicate your interest to connect with the startups directly. For those of you online, As you know, you'll be seeing a pop-up on your screen. And for those of you who are here today, you would have received a polling form at registration. Do remember to drop it off. Before you leave today, there will be a box placed outside. Kicking off this segment, we have 6 amazing startups from the 3rd batch of GIA Manila. We have a variety of startups from different verticals, such as insurance, finance, education, construction, medical, and even food retail. Bringing up our very first startup for today, we have GigaCover. GigaCover is an insurtech startup that aims to provide businesses with personalized, cost-transparent, and flexible insurance. Take it away, Amax.
Hey, thanks, Shiha. All right, good morning, everybody. My name is Emerson. I'm one of the co-founders and the current CEO of GigaCover. All right, so GigaCover builds insurance programs for businesses. Right, this is a $1 trillion premiums market globally. Now, our vision is to be a leading provider of humanized digital insurance experiences. And our mission is to do this by making insurance simple, flexible, affordable, and inclusive. Right now we offer products, some of them our own, digital platform and services, right, to our clients. Now we start with recognizing that people, right, are the most important asset to any business. Right, so to that end, we offer employee benefits for employees, earnings protection for freelancers, and a host of healthcare insurance solutions for these workers and their families. But we've gone beyond that also to protect the operations of our clients. Right? Many of our clients want on-demand embedded insurance programs that power and help to protect their vehicles, goods, delivery, or public liabilities and indemnity. Right, so we deliver all this through a digital platform. But I want to highlight that we layer on services, and this is how we differentiate from many of our competitors. Right, our clients want to have somebody real behind to navigate this complex world of insurance, especially when it comes to claims. So we provide services like claims processing, worker assistance, advanced claims payouts, right? And our clients love us for that. So when we approach clients, we offer a few ways of working together with them. And mainly is to reduce the risk of their operations. So one way is we can be the group policy holder. So we have the master group policies of various things, so we can aggregate risk. Another way is that we act as an intermediary. We run your program, we sell you insurance, and we collect fees and commissions. And the last is we can act as a white label solution for clients who want to front their own programs, right? Those who have, let's say, superb ambitions, or for those who want to make insurance part of their core offering. So with that, we have made great progress with 40-plus clients regionally. Some of the big names you can see on the screen. We have to reduce the protection costs, we have to reduce worker churn, and generally just take this off their hands. Right, so in the last 4 years, I want to just highlight that we have achieved some level of brand leadership and resilience through the pandemic. Now we do this by taking a very disciplined approach to margins, right, to the kind of clients we have. Many insurance programs don't necessarily convert, but we have our ways, to make sure that there's value created from both sides. Now, as a result, we have become profitable in Singapore, and we're also growing 20% month-on-month in the Philippines. And with that, we're very excited to want to push our growth. So today, I'm here to just say that we are on the lookout for partners, of course, clients, and also investors, right? I think there's a big opportunity ahead of us. While everybody might be hunkering down, we are in a good position, and we can use this to seize market growth as well as dominance and market share during this period of time. Okay, that's the end. Once again, my name is Emerson. Feel free to reach me. I'll be here the whole of today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Amex. Yes, we have now come to our polling session. You have 30 seconds. For those of you online, you'll see a pop-up on your screen. And for those of you here, take out your polling forms. You can just answer yes or no on the forms. Your last 5 seconds. All right. So next up, we have Financia, Southeast Asia's leading open finance infrastructure provider that seeks to enable the underbanked and unbanked access financial services to improve livelihoods. Let's welcome Keng.
Good morning, everyone. Really excited to be here. We are Financier. I'm King, the co-founder of Financier, where we lead to build the next generation of financial services in Southeast Asia. Our mission is to enable financial freedom, and we do this through our purpose-built products, and we're built across a team of industry veterans with a compliance-first, trust-driven approach. Why open finance? Why now? There's increasing government regulation to help improve and boost financial inclusion across Southeast Asia. Across Indonesia and Philippines, there's more than 260 million unbanked and underbanked. And there's increasing consumer demand for open finance-enabled services. More than 70% of consumers in Southeast Asia are now online, and there's a tremendous opportunity for open finance and a great market opportunity. And why open finance? Why now? In the past, we saw information being siloed in traditional banking, but there's a gradual shift from traditional banking to open banking. But open banking was just not enough for us. We championed open finance, granting and enabling access to financial data and alternative financial data. Eventually, we see a complete shift into open data. What does this mean? For governments, open finance is a catalyst for financial inclusion. For consumers, they gain increased access, data portability, interaction with their data, leading to better experiences. For businesses, ultimately, it improves their revenue by increasing the market opportunities and reducing their CAC and faster time to market. What can you do with our API? With one API, you can monetize your data and enhance user experiences for data providers. For data consumers, they can create new services and also improve their existing processes. So, with Financier, what can you do? You get access to all this wealth of information from banks, wallets, payment gateways, utility billing, telcos, e-commerce, government databases, credit bureaus, and credit and debit card data with one platform. Why do you use Financier? I always give this example. If you have N data sources and P data consumers, without Financier, you have to build N times P connections. But with Financier and one platform, you can access all this data and being serving banking, lending, insurance, PFM, and payments. What does Financier look like? This is our first-in-class developer dashboard, our user experience, our open finance widget, and our developer first experience documentation and SDK. We have 3 key products right now: account aggregation, credit scoring, identity verification, eKYC, KYB, with payments initiation coming up. What are we built on? The foundation of our products are strong user consent management and authentication, compliance with government API frameworks, global standard data privacy and practices, and most importantly, we are fully licensed and compliant with regulators. This is our base of 250 partners across account aggregation and scoring, MSME services, underwriting and lending, banks, payment gateways, and telcos. Our account aggregation API allows you to get extended history to 12 months of transaction data, customer authentication with a single point of approval, customer profiling, generating monetizable insights, transaction categorization, comprehensive coverage of financial and alternative financial data, and cash flow insights. Myself and my team, Fergus and Caroline, will be here throughout the day. Please speak to us on partnerships, investment, and anything else about open finance. Build the future of open finance together with Financier. Thank you.
Thank you, Kang. And now we have 30 seconds again to indicate your interest on Financier. Again, I encourage all of you to fill in your forms, both online and as well here offline. All right, introducing next our third startup, an edutech company which provides smart management systems to schools, primarily kindergarten, childcare centers, and tuition centers as well, to help foster relationships between parents and school. Let's give it up for Wang Bin.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. My name is Wang Bin, founder and CEO of Tidy, an edutech company for early childhood education. Yeah, I'm also a father of 3 children. Like most of the parents, we always want to give the best to them, including sending them to a good school. In fact, childcare and kindergartens are the first school our children attend in their whole life, and early childhood education plays a very important role in shaping the development of the children. That's why I started Tidy several years ago, just for one vision, that is to improve the quality of the preschools. And we're doing this by 2 parts. First is the imparting the best practice to preschool management, and secondly, within the center, to completely reinvent the way how the teachers and parents connect, interact, and work together for better care of the children. After we initially launched in Singapore, we quickly became the #1 player over here. We are serving more than half of the local educators. They are using our solution very actively on a daily basis. If you happen to live in Singapore and send your children in a local childcare, most likely in your phone you already have our app. The name is DIBEAR, D-I-I-B-E-A-R. Yeah, and we have expanded to more than 10 cities, mostly in Asia. Yes, we are cloud-based SaaS model. We charge a monthly fee to preschools. We managed to have a very low churn rate that gives us a very high quality annual recurring revenue with more than 40% of annual growth. This is driven by such a system, is all-in-one for preschool management. Because time limit, I couldn't give you a demo, but you can think of this as a combo of ERP, CRM, CMS, but it's deeply customized and tailor-made for early childhood educators, right? We are doing this not only because we have the passion for education, but also this is a huge market, right? Talking about Singapore, population of 4-5 million, there is already 2,000 childcare centers. Our neighbor Malaysia, 30 million population, have 25,000 childcare centers. Philippines is triple of that. Indonesia is another triple of that. ASEAN easily have like 400,000. China alone have 500,000 childcare centers. So for the region, we focus on Asia, easily millions of childcare centers. For addressable ARR is a billion level of sizing. With the beachhead we have created in the region, our next step is to deepen the market city by city. And our strategy is to looking for partners. You know, the product is matured, ready for deploy, and we have the local users and customers already. It's proven cases. We will cover the enhancement of the products. We can do the online service of the clients. What we're looking for partners is just on BD and sales. Yes, we are looking for those who believe in education, who believe in this market to work together. Yeah, that's all I have for today. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Wang Bin from Tidy. And now we commence our 30 seconds polling. For those of you online, you should be able to see the pop-up on your screen. And those of you here, do refer to your polling forms. All right, 30 seconds up, and we're moving on now to our next startup. Today we have here with us New Gene Technology, who offers software solutions including mobile application for the construction and facility management industry. All right, Rajesh, are you ready? All right, here we go. Let's give him a clap.
Thank you. Good morning. So, my name is Rajesh, representing New Gene Technologies. So, we are into construction, mobile applications and web applications, supporting few industries, identifying their challenges and their pains. So our company founder is Mr. Mohammed Shahjahan, who's having the vast experience in the constructions, and he has come up with the solutions for the challenges where construction industry is facing, and then he has invested his time to come up a right solution to solve their issues. So here are the challenges: poor communications, poor document control, lack of follow-ups, safety hazard. But the major problem is handling with the paper. The paperwork distribution among the departments is huge, where we found that need to be eliminated. So we come up with a mobile app which supports the industry. So these are our solutions, like digitized documentation, streamlined communication, managed workflows, real-time information, accountability, transparency, promote safety, automated reporting, lightning speed responses. So our products. This is the facility management system. The features are project financials, procurement management, invoice management, subcontract claim management, instant reports, document storage. So this facilitates their entire operations and other departments. So this product is a PPT, a project progress tracking. So it tracks the entire project and gives you an accuracy of the report. So we have key features like field productivity, mobile site inspections, real-time notification, project reporting in mobile, project progress tracking, milestone tracking, and we have a Gantt chart. So this is another unique product which is called Permit to Work. That's project supervisors should get daily approvals from the authority, higher authority, to do their daily works. So we have some key features here: identifying of conflict of work activities, automatic flagging, manage PTW form remotes, retrieval of PTW, and there is an instant management tool meeting. So these are our key features. And why New Gene? So we have a high qualified team expertise. We have a high scalable solutions, and we handle multiple projects. Not only for the constructions, we are capable for other industry verticals. So these are our ambassadors who has adopted our solutions. So we have some executed modules also. Due to time lacking, wouldn't be able to show that. And thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Rajesh. And here we go, 30 seconds, lock in your votes. All right, time is up. And now we have our second last startup. Today we have Clinic Standard with us, a medtech startup that provides clinics with tools to digitalize, manage, and enable B2C e-commerce in their clinics. Let's welcome Paulo.
So, good morning, everyone. I am Paulo Bien, and I'm here to present to you Clinic Standard, bridging the technology gap in healthcare. So what is Clinic Standard? Clinic Standard is a free and comprehensible clinic management e-commerce tool for our healthcare. So here's the problem right now, especially with the pandemic nowadays. We all know how important it is to have our healthcare data. And we know how convenient it would be if we have a seamless ecosystem for our healthcare. So small clinics, patients, laboratories, pharmaceutical companies, drugstores, it's a decoupled and disjointed system. There is no connection between all of them. Hence our solution, Clinic Standard, a free yet comprehensible clinic management tool for our healthcare system. And we offer that for free. So here's our features. We have electronic medical records. We have a customizable website and e-commerce platform. We have inventory management and financial management. So our target market, small clinics, independent healthcare providers, patients, laboratories, pharmaceutical companies, and all of those to be in one network, such as Clinic Standard. So as I've said, we offer our business for free. So here's our revenue model. It's going to be based on commission revenues, referral revenues, sponsorship revenues, data revenues. So marketing strategy, direct marketing, digital marketing, close engagements, marketing engagements and tie-ups, engagement with associations of doctors who specializes in different fields. Our traction as of now, we have 2.8 million online patients direct-to-V visits for at least 90 days. Sign-ups, we have 1,000 clinic sign-ups worldwide. So this is our revenue assumption for the Philippine market. The Philippine market has an existing 88,472 clinics and pharmacies. So if only 2,000 of those become Clinic Standard active users per day, with a patient of at least 20 people a day, with the estimated revenue per sponsor revenue of 20 pesos a day, that is already equivalent to 800,000 Philippine pesos a day. And that is 21,000 Singaporean dollars a day. Monthly, that's 24 million Philippine peso or 600,000 Singaporean dollars. That is a very achievable assumption. That is like the 3% of the market. And lastly, I would like to introduce our team. We have Ms. Yajing Tu, co-founder, Massachusetts Institute of Technology scholar, specializing in finance and healthcare. Mr. Owen Opao, co-founder, with an industry background of data and healthcare. Of course, me, I'll be the head for the Philippines, and I also co-own Libyan Medical Wellness. And lastly, we have Mr. Lawrence Alfonso, our solution expert. So that's the overview of Clinic Standard, bridging the technology gap in healthcare.
Thank you very much, Paulo. And you know the drill now, 30 seconds for your time to submit your thoughts. All right, and finally, the last startup from GIA Manila's cohort, Ninja OS. Ninja OS is an e-commerce solution provider of websites and mobile apps for the food and beverage industry. Let's give it up for Vignesh.
Hey guys, a very good morning. So my name is Vignesh, I'm the CEO of Ninja OS, and today I'm going to be addressing the food and beverage industry. And I'm going to share with you an interesting concept called creating your own digital outlet. And just before we go there, let's just talk about creating a traditional outlet. right? So it's a super exciting and expensive affair. You're going to find a location, you're going to think about renovation, you're going to think about the equipments, your staffing and all of that. And let's just say you have spent an upwards of about $250,000. Now, one of the biggest questions in the back of your mind is, what in the world have I just done? No, actually, that's not the question. There are actually three main metrics that's actually going to be running in your head. How fast can I break even? And how much can I make per square feet? And how fast can I scale? Now, let's just put logic aside. What if I told you that every time you open one outlet, you're going to have another outlet for free? That means if you get one outlet, we give you another outlet for free. Now, let's just take a look at that three metrics once again. So how fast can I break even? 100%. Why? Because now with just one investment, you have another outlet working for you for free. And how much can I make per square feet? 100% more as well. And how fast can I scale? Immediately. So what is this digital outlet? Here we go. So I know what you're thinking. Hey, Vignesh, you spoke about this fantastic idea about creating a digital outlet, and what you're showing me is a website. So let me just clarify. A website is actually an informational site. It's like hiring these three guys and giving out flyers. We all know the efficacy of this. It's great to put the word out, but not really fantastic when it comes to intent to conversion. On the hindsight, an ordering system is like hiring the guy in blue. He is going to deliver the same exceptional experience at your dine-in outlet. He's going to greet your customers, give them menu. He's going to show them what the best sellers are, what are the featured items. As the customers select certain items, he's going to tell them what items pair well and upsell them. He's going to remember your customer's name, number, and email, and even greet them on their birthday so that they keep coming back for more. So he's not going to complain, he's not going to apply for leave, and he's going to work 24/7, right? So you go ahead and think about another scenario. So, hey, I'm already doing pretty well on Foodpanda, Deliveroo, and GrabFood. Why should I bother creating a digital outlet like what you mentioned? Well, that's because you are being charged a very high commission, and this commission is not going to go down, it's just going to go up. There's a very small radius that they deliver, and they do not give you customers' data, which is the most important. So, this is the very reason why they are able to charge these commissions to you. So what we are trying to say here is that you can now be empowered with the same experience like your aggregators and be able to earn that money with zero commissions paid, deliver island-wide, and finally gather and grow your own customer base. Now, what if this doesn't work for me, if you ask? Well, let me tell you that tons of our customers within NinjaOS have crossed 100,000, $1 million, and even $10 million on the system. And these numbers are just going on and on. And this is because we have the largest pool of payment gateway options as well as delivery partners that actually enables your business. And we have every version for every type of F&B business, whether you're a single store outlet, multi-store outlet, whether you're a mall or a B2B outfit. And here's just a list of some of our customers. We have served over 600 customers across the region in Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, Indonesia, as well as in Australia, and now even in Japan as well. And that's pretty much from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Vignesh. And it's your time to cast in your yes or no's online as well as offline. All right. Just a gentle reminder for those of you who are here, if you're not on stage like myself, if you're not holding a drink or eating, do please put on your mask. We've got safety distancing ambassadors walking around. We really appreciate that. All right, let's give a round of applause again to all the GIA Manila startups that has just pitched. Thank you guys, great job. And before I wrap up, I'd like to acknowledge our most engaged mentor who is unable to be here today. And congratulations, John Romero. It has been an ultimate pleasure working with you over the last few months. I'm sure the startups feel the same as well. And we look forward to working with you again in subsequent programs. So I hope all of you have indicated your interest on your forms and those of you online on your polls as well. And to find out more about these startups, please feel free to approach myself or the Plug and Play team. With that, I'd like to pass the mic to Boyka to take you on the next segment. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shiha. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Boyka Rahmanda, SVP of Operations and International Program, Kike Plug and Play Indonesia. Continuing from Manila program, we go to GIA Jakarta program. Today, we bring you startup from our GIA Jakarta Batch 5, immersive on sustainability, education technology, enterprises, and also risk. This startup will pitch exclusively for you today. We began with Anzen as a revolutionizing energy ownership. I would like to welcome TX Woon as Chief Strategy Officer of Anzen.
Thanks, Boyka. Hey, hello everyone. Good morning. Okay, let's begin. Hello everyone in here, out there and online. Good to see everyone again after 2 years. I know I'm standing in between you and lunch, and everybody is hungry. This is not a spelling error. Everybody is hungry, and it's leading to a lot of conflicts in this world, right? They're getting angry. And we're really hungry for food and energy. It's not a production problem, right? It's more of a distribution problem, whereby we can't get things to where they need to be at the time that they need to be. So at Anzen, we solve half the equation by looking at energy. We're an energy solution provider that's hoping to feed the world. So we do this safely. It's built into our name. We want to do this sustainably and one battery at a time. So this is our MVP. So for those who have invested in hardware startups before, you know how difficult it is. This actually works. Okay. And for folks who have seen the 6Ds disruption framework, this is how we want to do it. And a lot of countries like Singapore, Jakarta, they've already started to digitize. A lot of data is available online. And with that, they can start to disrupt. That's where we are now. And this is really where we want to be. We hope to democratize energy for use around the world. So like I said, our product is validated. And we managed to achieve our Kickstarter goal 20 times more than what was expected within 5 weeks. Sorry, 5 days. And so what we learned from Plug and Play Indonesia, thanks to Amelia and Boyka, there are some interesting use cases from our energy solution. One of which is expensive fishes, to provide a backup power source in the event that there are brownouts. So I'll ask in this particular section of Plug and Play, if you have made money in stocks or crypto, we're happy to have you as our Kickstarter supporter. If not, we're hoping to have partners that help us to identify and solve energy hiccups that you foresee, especially in the corporate setting. Because right now, our biggest headache is to figure out what are the use cases, because it's so broad. Our roadmap is quite simple. We're starting with a single block, because hardware is extremely expensive, right? That's all we can build for now. So if there are investments to build up, great. Then we can put more and more blocks together until we can build something that can support a much bigger town, village, and hopefully at some point we could become like a Tesla Powerwall. So this is really the path towards how we want to do it. Any good startup in this day and age that wants to raise money needs to put blockchain in their slide somewhere. So with that, I thank you very much. If during the 30-second section, you just need to charge your phone, tablet, or laptop, happy to test the equipment. Thank you very much.
Thank you, TX, for amazing block energy. Okay, now we have 30 seconds to fill the form, and also for the online audiences, you can hit the radio button on your pop-up screen. Now move to the second startup. We have Kodomo. Kodomo is an education technology company with a mission to provide equitable access to future-ready skills through delightful experiences. Please welcome Jia Xuan as co-founder of Kodomo.
Good morning, everyone. So I'm Jia Xuan, a Chief Creative Officer of Kodomo, and I'm here to share about Rojak today with you. Okay, so Rojak is an innovative, collaborative, game-based learning and engagement platform. So what do we mean by that? The first thing here is, so you can see here, learning and engagement tools like Kahoot or Mentimeter don't often allow you to, facilitate discussions and teamwork with your team. And collaboration tools, on the other hand, are too complicated to use. It's very hard to onboard people. So what we are developing is a hybrid of both. So Rojak is a game-based collaborative learning and engagement platform that supports scalable, easy-to-use, time-boxed collaborative discussions. So what we mean by that is that you can run really simple activities, but it's collaborative at the same time. So I'm going to skip a few of these slides and just jump into how it works. So Rojak works like any of the tools that we've mentioned before, like Kahoot, Mentimeter, or even like Jackbox, if you have played it before. So the host creates a session, and you share the link, and then participants key in the room code, and you can just begin. So you can easily run this session of like an ideation session with 200 people at one time in real time. So that's how easy it is. It also supports on any browser and device, so you don't need to log in and use and play. So what we here focus on is on open-ended sketch and text-based responses because we want to facilitate creative and productive discussions in your teams. So we allow participants to build on each other's responses and refine their responses to, elicit creative outcomes from there. Yeah, after you ideate or create responses, you want to filter, rank, or categorize responses, and also rate your peers' responses. All of this is done anonymously, so you don't have to be judgmental or afraid of social loading in the room, within the room. Rojak supports team mode right out of the box, so you can create teams and run your sessions so people can be in teams and collaborate, or you can make it fun and competitive by introducing some friendly competition. So, of course, we also support closed-ended quizzing so that you can check knowledge with your team and also gather opinions from your audience using polls. So our users love Rojak because they think that it really increases engagement and interaction within a team, especially in remote and hybrid work settings and also in classrooms. So this works from classroom to boardrooms, and it engages people at any time, anywhere. So Rojak is a confluence of Kahoot scalability, where you can host with a lot of people, as well as Miro or Figma's collaborative capabilities. So we go beyond quizzing, and we want to dominate the game-based learning and engagement space. So our business model is very simple. We have one subscription tier that targets educators, as well as another one that is more for enterprises who are looking to integrate their workflows or make it better. So we are focused on Asia market right now because we realize that a lot of the companies that we mentioned before are all US or Europe based, and Asia we don't really have a strong player, and we want to really hub on it and really expand in the region. We have established ambassador programs with edtech communities such as in Philippines, as well as we are starting out in Indonesia and Vietnam as well. So yeah, this is the end of my presentation. We are Kodomo, and we look forward to hear from you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jia Xuan, for amazing pitch. Now we have a 30 seconds to fill the polling form, or you can hit the button again, the radio button on your pop-up screen. Okay, we go to the next startup. We have Nick Hissel, or Ficnix. Ficnix's mission is to enable more employers speak up with more trust and helping organizations identify environment, social, and governance risks. I would like to welcome on the stage Krishna as the CEO of Ficnix. Please.
Good morning, everyone. And we are Ficnix, and we are the first software as a service for governance and risk and compliance platform. We are a 9-year-old company, and here is a core team, and I am Krishna, COO, looking out for global expansion. And here's a journey, like started at 2013 and slowly, fruitfully innovated our product for over the 9 years. You can see the problem here, right? Day by day, a lot of regulations and complaints are increasing if companies are not following the standards. Sometimes they have to pay minimum of $25,000 per day, maximum $1 million per day per violation. And here are some global examples like British Airways, UK Watchdog, etc. And now currently the industry is in monitoring and automation mode, but we went one step ahead to provide deep tech technology for GRC. And if any company uses a product, right, maybe they can get a lot of 634 ROI, and they can save a lot of $1 million of savings from the regulated product, and they can provide good quality report to regulators. And you can see, like, we are looking out for the mid-market area in North America, which is high potential, multi-million-dollar market. Here's a product. We have around 16 products which supports 163 global languages, plus we have got around 200 standards and regulations already readily available. So companies do not need to worry about thinking about the new regulations, compliance. It's everything available in a platform. And even we have around other deep tech products, and even Barclays and Society General are also part of it. And we also have one more spin-off as a separate company for blockchain as an Expo. Also, we have around 18 patents for the GRC product, patent in USPTO under our company. And even the Gartner, the top analyst mentioned, rated us in the recent report. You can see the report as well as one of the top 14 RegTech product. And even Forrester also mentioned in a recent report. And even like industry analysts also reported us in their recent report. And as I mentioned here, we headquartered in the US, and we have 3 subsidiaries around the world, which include Singapore. And you can see some good testimonials from various industries with minimum of 10,000 users per company. And even we support mid-market as well as enterprise companies. And you can see the projections here for the past, maybe next 3 years. We are expecting revenue of $63.7 million in 3 years. And moreover, you can see, like currently all industry marketers, they're looking out for good innovation to acquire the company. And last year, April, Digilent acquired Galvanize for $1 million for the product. So there is a good potential for RegTech GRC product. And our ask is $5 million, which is like, you can see the good potential for each. You can see a 4x times of every dollar spent for this money. And you can see this, even the spend versus revenue and good market potential for this. And even we received 30 plus awards and recognition globally, which includes UI Top RegTech 21 and even few awards from Nike RegTech 100. I can just go into just show few award slides here. And even you can see our product is good user experience as well as agile and simple. Thank you.
Thank you, Krishna, for your amazing pitch. Now we begin polling session for Ficnix. You have a 30 seconds to fill the polling form, also hit the radio button on your screen. Okay, we move to our last startup from GIA Jakarta Batch 5 program. We have MeshBio. MeshBio is a health tech startup delivering clinically actionable analytics, automation solution for clinical decision and patient management. We would like to welcome Andrew Wu as CEO and founder of MeshBio. Welcome, Andrew.
Good afternoon. What a pleasure to be here. At MeshBio, we've developed a health intelligence platform that enables precision clinical interventions. We want to transform healthcare delivery for providers and patients. Human metabolic disease is a huge global problem. Cardiovascular disease results in almost 18 million deaths a year. Diabetes is costing us close to $1 trillion. And a lot of this is due to complications like kidney failure. This increasing disease complexity is putting a lot of pressure on our healthcare systems. You know, our doctors are overworked, especially since COVID, and they don't have time to spend reading clinical papers. Patients are increasingly educated and empowered, and we want better healthcare experiences. Governments and insurers are very concerned about rising healthcare costs from chronic disease. Our solution is Dara, a health intelligence platform that seamlessly integrates multi-dimensional health data streams and automates and synthesizes health insights. Our analytics engine incorporates the best-in-class clinical sciences, clinical best practices and guidelines so that doctors can easily leverage the knowledge of the global community and not have to spend hours and days memorizing clinical papers. Our platform assesses a patient's health condition and provides recommendations and drives interventions based on the patient's needs, such as adjusting medication, follow-on diagnostics, tests, or procedures. Our roadmap for Dara really starts with primary care, which is the largest segment in Southeast Asia in medical checkups. When a patient has been identified with chronic disease, we continue to manage and their care journey and healthcare delivery, expanding our solutions into chronic disease management, such as diabetes, heart disease, and kidney disease. Our transparent, rules-based analytics engine covers thousands of clinical scenarios, clinical decision support that doctors can trust. As we expand into chronic disease management, we've developed a deep tech digital twin of metabolic disease that will help doctors predict which patients will get complications, determine the most optimized treatment for them, enabling precision medicine. The analytics market is growing super fast, right? We predict that the global analytics market for medical checkups and metabolic disease management will be over $10 billion. In primary care, our starting point, we enable holistic patient assessment. Visualization is able to quantify the key contributors to a patient's disease risk and presents this information that is easy for patients to understand how their life choices today is going to impact their health future. The doctor can then prioritize the most effective intervention personalized to this patient. Our platform generates a patient-centric report that doctors use as part of consultation. We identify key areas of concern, provide recommendations that guide the patient in the next steps of their care journey. We've adopted a usage-based subscription revenue model that best aligns value with the success of our customers. We are the health analytics leader in Singapore. Over 50,000 patients have been assessed through our platform. We've seen over 700% growth in the last year, and we're excited about expanding our footprint and reaching out to healthcare providers across the region. My co-founders and I are a multidisciplinary team with expertise in diagnostics, clinical software, and healthcare management. Our advisors are also global experts in bioinformatics and healthy aging. We're excited about driving the future of healthcare and digital transformation across Southeast Asia. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew, for a very, very brief pitch. Now we begin the polling session for Mesh Bio. You can fill out the polling form and fill the radio button or press the radio button on your pop-up screen. Ladies and gentlemen, please give us a big applause for all the startups once again for GIA Manila and GIA Jakarta program. Before we end this session, I would like to announce Mentor Awards for our GIA Jakarta Batch 5. Congratulations for Mr. Ananda Setio Ivananto for our most engaged mentor during our program. Once again, congratulations. We come to the end of GIA segment. As your information, currently we are opening the next application for GIA Manila and GIA Jakarta program. To get connected with us, simply visit our website. Thank you, and back to Wayne.
Thank you, Boyka. And as Boyka mentioned, this marks the end of our morning segment for the Global Innovation Alliance. So just a reminder before I let you guys off for lunch, this afternoon starting at 1:30 p.m., we have our Financial Services Expo, and then at 4 p.m., our GK Plug and Play Indonesia Showcase. All right, so again, if you are intending to leave us, please make sure that you have your name tags kept with you so that you would like to kind of join us during networking if you're pre-registered tonight, as well as the day 2 of events. Also, if you are leaving, please drop off your polling sheet with us. Make sure that you have your name and your contact details, especially your email, on the sheet so that we can connect any of the startups with you. All right, so we have about slightly over an hour. We'll see you guys back here at 1:30 p.m. Please enjoy your lunch. Thank you very much.